Hi everyone, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a super delicious and easy appetizer using puff pastry, one of my favorite must-have ingredients to have in the freezer at all times. I'm going to teach you how to make my Kefalotiri puff pastry straws or twists, however you want to call them. They're delicious, they're perfect to eat with soups or really with anything. You could serve them alongside your favorite dip, but what you're going to need are 2 sheets of puff pastry. You want them to be thawed out and still cold, so keep them in the refrigerator until you're ready to use them. A little bit of all-purpose flour for rolling the dough out, some salt, some dried oregano, you can use thyme or rosemary, some melted salted butter, or you could use unsalted butter, and then your favorite cheese. I have Kefalotiri over here, but you can use parmesan if you wanted to. So it's so simple. You want to make sure that your oven is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of all-purpose flour on my work surface. And I'm also going to sprinkle some cheese, shredded Kefalotiri. Kefalotiri is a Greek cheese that's very similar to Parmesan. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to roll this out just a little bit on each side, just about an inch or so. You don't want to roll it out too much because you want these to stay nice and puffy. But you just want the cheese to stick on the back side. Then we're just going to spread the butter, brush the butter on this, the melted butter. This is going to add lots of flavor, and it's also going to help the cheese and oregano stick. Then we're going to take the cheese and sprinkle it all over the top. Kind of press it down a bit too so it can stick in there. And then we're going to season with a little bit of dried oregano. And then we're going to cut this out into strips. I like to use a pizza cutter for this. About 1-inch strips is what you're looking for. Then you want to have a tray ready lined with some parchment paper, and you're going to take each strip and you're going to just twist it, just like that, and you're going to place it on the baking tray. So once you have both trays done, both sheets of puff pastry done, take any remaining butter that you have left and just brush it over the tops gently. Okay, so now you're just going to gather all of this cheese that's on your work surface, and we're going to sprinkle it over the top of these puff pastry straws. So you just want to take it and just sprinkle as much as you can over the top without wasting any, obviously. So now I know I listed salt as one of the ingredients, but you really don't need it because the puff pastry sheets have enough salt, and then you're adding the cheese, which is also salty, so I wouldn't add any more cheese on this. You can use salted butter, that's totally fine. There's just a little bit of salt in it. And you can add some black pepper onto this or whatever spices you like. My oven is preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to pop these in and bake them until they're nice and golden and puffed, and I'm going to show you what they look like as soon as they come out. So the breadsticks are ready in no time. Once they become golden, it takes about 20 minutes or so, sometimes 25 minutes in the oven. And one more thing, if you're baking in an oven that does not have a fan or a convection setting, you're going to want to rotate the rack, so the bottom one move it in the middle and move the middle one in the bottom, vice versa, halfway through cooking so that way they cook evenly. Otherwise they'll kind of brown really fast on the bottom. But once they come out, let them cool in the baking sheets and then pile them up high in a pretty platter like this one. Serve them alongside soup or dips or just like that. They're a great party appetizer, a great weeknight snack to have with your soup. I made this lemony white bean soup that you're going to want to look out for. I'm going to post the video next time. Let me take a taste because I have some pesto in front of me that I cannot resist that I'm going to dip this in. They're flaky, they're buttery, the kefalotiri and oregano take them over the top. Such few ingredients and they make such a big batch and they have so much flavor. The recipe, as always, Dimitra's, you can get it on www.dimitrasdishes.com, as well as underneath the video in the description box. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you all next time. Yes, us.